What is true, Mr. Chairman, is that we may never really finally know the true and the real costs to our country of state capture, because figures abound. They are stated in various quarters, but what we do know is that it ran into billions. We may be able to establish how much of public funds have been stolen, by how much costs in terms of goods and services may have been inflated because the goods and services that had to be procured were inflated to extract rents and to extract those bribes and kickbacks. And also what it has cost to investigate these cases and also to prosecute those who are responsible. It may be possible to quantify the infrastructure and services that could have been provided to the people of our country with the funds that were stolen and wasted as a result of state capture. It's something that we should be able to compute in one way or another. We could quantify this in terms of, say, hospital beds, commuter trains, the houses that we could have built, and the social grants that we could have offered to our people, water, reticulation, maintenance of our roads, and a whole number of public goods that state capture robbed our people. But what is more difficult to measure is the broader cost to our economy and to our society broadly. It is difficult to measure the effect of state capture on business and consumer confidence, on the loss of investment, because the state capture also had an overarching impact on our ability to attract investment, because as investors looked at us as a country, they just saw a country that is mired in corruption, a state that has been captured by a particular family. And nobody wants to invest in a country like that, where one family runs everything in the body politic of the country. We similarly cannot quantify the impact of state capture on our standing internationally and our image, because state capture damaged that image, and our standing is something that is often talked about, just like our standing now recently following the unrest that we had. It was damaged, and we have to go through perhaps years to repair the image that we've always had. Now, what state capture, as I said earlier, also did was led to the departure of public service, from the public service of highly qualified people, experienced people, and either because they refused to be part of it or they presented a threat to those who were part of such activities. It is likely, Chairperson, that state capture also discouraged many talented young people from joining government, which has significant implications to the public service of tomorrow. And what we seek to do now is to represent government service to the people of our country, especially young people, and call upon them to come and serve their nation and their government. And we want to make government service something that is attractive to young people. By weakening our security forces, which was another area as we spoke about, as well as law enforcement agencies, the actions associated with state capture place the security and the integrity of our country at risk. Perhaps the most devastating and lasting cost of state capture and corruption is its effect on the confidence of the people of South Africa in the leaders and officials in whom they placed so much trust and confidence and responsibility. So state capture has damaged people's confidence in the rule of law, in public institutions, in law enforcement agencies, and even to some extent in the democratic process.